Okay, we got three DMV boxers beefing with each other. We got Nas backing a $5.5 billion deal for a casino expansion. We got EA Sports being bought for 55 billion, billions, 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 and then Brittany Renner is getting more money from PJ Washington. Welcome to the show, fellas.
What's
All
up?
right, let's do it. Let's talk.
Let's do it, man. It's a lot of money talk today, right?
A lot of money talk.
No doubt.
Money talks. Chris Tucker, baby. All right, so Nas is backing this deal for an expansion for at a casino in New York City. Is for $5.5 billion. I know he's partnering, and I don't know exactly what he's putting up or what's going on here, but that's a lot of money, Jason, for an expansion on the casino, right?
Yeah, well, so first of all, I think it's important to remember that a lot of these uh, big developers or whatever, they want a name from the community that's recognized within the community to partner in. They really don't put a whole lot of money in. It was kind of like how Jay-Z owned the Barclays Center or whatever, but they were really just kind of using him. He'll do a couple of shows, attract attention to it. And with the Barclays, I don't think he's a part of that deal anymore. So I suspect the same thing might happen to Nas and Queens, but at the same time, I think it's a good look and it's a bad look at the same time. Like, I would like for Nas to be involved in something that brings jobs to Queens and to his community that doesn't have an addiction attached to it. And this is one of the things I was complaining the other day with somebody, and I heard a couple other people talk about it, that ESPN is basically a big betting site now. Like, it's not even really sports. It's just a whole lot of gambling, and I think we're promoting a lot of gambling addiction to a lot of people. I'm not a huge fan of this from that perspective, but yo, Nas, he's getting his mail. I understand where he's coming from, but I think there were better ways to do it. What you think, Wade?
I think it's a good idea. I think it's good. It's going to bring more jobs for people in the community who don't have jobs, who are looking for employment, especially in the climate that we're living in today. But I do agree. Let's not have something that's going to make people addicted, put people in deeper holes than they already in, wasting their money at casinos. So I do agree with you as far as that. But at least they'll have a job. They'll bring some jobs to people in the community who are looking for employment that can't find it. So I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah, they're gonna employ them so they can spend their money once they get their check at the
Right.
casino.
Exactly. That's my thing. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
like I was talking to one of my boys from Hollis, Queens, and he was like, yo, I know if this had been around when my grandmother was around, and she liked to drink soon, but she worked hard, she would have taken her check every Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and gone and spent it, gambling, at the crap table or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I don't love it for black communities to have, gambling in the community like that. Now, I do understand there's going to be concerts and a lot of cool stuff, and we saw what Barclays did for Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Having that big development in that community, it brought other stores wanted to be around the Barclays Center. Hotels wanted to be around. Everybody wanted to, be around that area. So it wasn't just working at Barclays Center; it was also the other jobs that got brought because Target wants to be near the Barclays Center, and Walmart, not Walmart, but other companies, restaurants want to be around there. So that's a good thing, and it does bring business. And I think they're trying to make Queens the new Brooklyn, but at the same time, like you said, man, Bobby, like grandmas are going to be spending their money at the crap table. You know what I mean? And that's no good.
Yeah. I mean, we can't be mad at Nas though because I mean, this casino's probably gonna get built with or without him anyway. So at least he has a piece of the pie. Hopefully, he gets some chunk of money. But I heard that Jay Z was partnering with somebody that had a bid on this thing too. Wade, and is this another defeat for Nas against Jay Z?
It may be. I feel like Jay Z may be going behind everything that Nas do, trying to do a little bit better. So maybe it's a little friendly competition. I did read that as well. But everything that Nas has done has been successful. I think he's quiet. I mean, he had the bevel hair clippers. I had a pair of those. Those are really good. So, I mean, I don't see this. I don't see why this wouldn't be another good investment.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, like, when you're Jay-Z and you're worth $2.5 billion and your wife is Beyonce, I don't know how we talking about you taking losses. You know what I'm saying? I think you're doing pretty well. If you're in good health, we see him walking with those billionaires in the morning, you know what I mean, in
Yeah,
his neighborhood, traveling with his kids, with his wife. Yo, man, the dude is winning at life. I think Nas has a little ways to catch up. We know, his relationship with Khalees didn't work out. We know that he's, got a little ways to go before he gets to the 2 billion mark. So I don't know that Jay-Z is losing, bro.
yeah. I mean, but we can't say that Nas has a little, some things that he could throw at him. He can't see him in the rap game, can't see him in the business game now as far as buying casinos. But
I
yeah,
think that, Bobby, I think that battle was a little more complicated and a little closer than people make it out to be.
no, it was closer than we think.
I
But
think,
yeah,
you
that's.
know,
But I tell you what, more people know the lyrics to Ether than Super Ugly and all those other songs.
True. That's
yeah.
true.
Well, I don't know. Takeover was major. It's just that Jay dissed many other people. It wasn't all Nas on that joint. You know what I mean? And
It
everybody
sounds like the same
remembers.
mistake Drake made.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Drake made a lot of mistakes, but shout out to Drake too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
he tell
Jason,
him to come on and
you
explain himself why he did that.
would like to see Nas open up? Because I know you said you don't really like the casino addiction thing. What would you like to see him open up? Any ideas? Any other businesses you can think of off the top of your head?
You know me, a movie studio or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then come hire your boy, and then we'll put you in some overalls. You know what I'm saying? Have you running through the jungle? Yeah.
You for
There's a lot of things he could do, and I'm sure he does community work as well. But I know that the black communities in New York and in Queens could always use more community organizations. Um, so and I believe that there's ways to make money off of that too. Like I would like to see him do something like that, like Styles P, for example, who opened up his juice bars. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, yo, they got liquor stores in the hood. They got fast food in the hood. I'm gonna put something with fresh fruits and vegetables. Somebody could get themselves a juice or a smoothie, and it's something that's doing good for health in the community. But he's still making money from it. So I would like to see those kinds of things where you blend your capitalist dreams with also making a community stronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right on. I believe you. I'm with you on that. Hopefully, you don't have to give your money to Brittany Renner though. But because PJ Washington, 5,500 a month. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, for somebody that just signed a deal that PJ Washington,
Yeah,
that
yo,
doesn't
that's
sound like a
yo,
lot. I know dudes around the way that'll get Brittany pregnant for and pay 5,500 a month.
yeah. Like I know dudes who got like 2 kids, 3 kids. They pay about 5,500 a month. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
be living in small ass apartments trying to make that happen.
yeah.
And then he can't complain about 5,500 a month.
No, not at all.
Because I mean,
no.
wasn't it Dame Dash was paying something crazy like 30,000 a month or something in child support?
That
I
sounds
think
about right.
he said he was paying 150 or 75,000 a month for I think two of his kids. I think that's what he said on the Breakfast Club or outside of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
Wow.
5,500. Yo, Judge likes you. Yo, take
Yeah,
that as a victory when you
he's
got
the man.
90 million.
He won 35 though. I saw she won 35,000. She won 35, but he's paying 55, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think 35,000 is fair. Real talk.
A
money,
month?
man. It's a month for
Yeah,
one child, baby.
I hear that wave, but yo, you just got 90 million, and those contracts. It ain't like the NFL. Those NBA contracts are guaranteed. Like he's gonna get 90 million,
Yeah, but
and
she wasn't with him shooting in the gym.
Well, she was
But
at.
he was, she wasn't with him shooting in the gym, but he was sort of shooting up the club. So like,
Yeah. No, I do get it. Like, they're supposed to be able to maintain the same lifestyle they would if they were living with him. I believe that's like, what they go by in court. So yeah, it should be more than 5,500. Seems like he got off pretty easy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. But Jason Tatum, Wade, you showed me that Jason Tatum is back in the gym and he moving like he never got hurt. He injured his Achilles in what was that, May? And
Yeah,
that injury is supposed to take like to fully heal was supposed to be 6 to 12 months.
yeah. And with Juju, I know they had a different type of injury, but I see she's going to be out this season. So, um, damn, that's tough. I mean, he looked good though. He looked normal. I mean, we didn't see him running up and down. We just seen him doing some individual workouts. But I know that injury takes at least, like you said, a year to recover from it. Then you still really aren't the same. I think KD was the only player they said that came back the same after Achilles injury. I think Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, a lot of those guys, they didn't come back.
Maybe.
You know, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe wasn't really the same, but Kobe was older. But still,
yeah,
they said only one who came back looking like nothing happened. So I'm curious to see how Jason Tatum recovers this year. I'm curious to see if he's going to play this year, or if he's going to come like halfway through the season, or if he's going to start, opening night. We'll see.
Yeah, what do you think, Jason? I mean, is it like just the advancement and like, procedures that they do to make him like feel like he's recovered faster or
yeah. I think people have just gotten better at doing these kinds of surgeries and all that. Unless you're Deshaun Watson and you go dancing or whatever, and all of a sudden it pops again. So I would say also be careful. Don't get ahead of the schedule, and you should be able to make it back within a year. But doing drills in the gym is different than full runs with NBA players. You know what I'm saying? And cutting and dunking and all of that. So I think it's encouraging, but I wouldn't jump the gun and say he's all ready to go and he'll be ready to go next season. I don't. I think it's going to be some more rehab, and then he has to strengthen it. You know what I mean? He has to get strong like he was. And that's going to take a little bit of time. But it's a good sign that he's up and running. I'm happy that he's up and running. The Celtics certainly need him back. They certainly need his services. So, Bobby, I think it's gonna I think it, will turn out well in the long run. I think he could come back at full strength, but he's got to do what the doctors tell him. Because, like I said, you don't want to end up like Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Where he's basically missed 2 years or whatever between him being a freakazoid and his injury. He's played like 14 games or something crazy in like 3 seasons.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But even with Jason Tatum on the court, he didn't look as happy as Tyreek Hill when Tyreek Hill got hurt. I mean, he was carted. Did y'all see him getting carted up the field? He looked like
yeah.
he was in a great mood. That he dislocated his knee, tore multiple ligaments, including his ACL. What's
yeah,
up with
and he's
Tyreek Hill?
paying more than 30,000
Yeah,
in child support. He's been having babies like every month,
yeah.
and hurt his knee. And now I'm hearing a lot of chatter on the internet, Wade, that says that Tyreek Hill's career is over. Like, you think it's over?
Mm.
I don't think it's over, but I mean that was tough to see him. I mean, he looked happy though, going off. It was crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we covered him. We covered a story on him a couple episodes ago. So, I mean, I don't remember how much money was guaranteed, but I think he want to be out there on the field. You know what I mean? So, I don't
Yeah,
know.
he definitely should be helping those Miami Dolphins out because they need a lot of help out there. I don't know if he could have turned the team around, but they
Like,
definitely can't afford to lose anybody. Um,
I mean, he's played for, so this is what, his ninth season, I think? So he's been in the league 9 years as a receiver with a major injury, and people see him as a headache. It might be over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it
yeah,
definitely is, Bobby, but it might really be over because, like, it's not like you're a guy that everybody roots for. Like, I think he's done his heel turn a long time ago. So I think, you know, he's one of those guys like a Deshaun Watson, like
I was gonna
somebody
say, is it
other
reminding
player.
you of like a Antonio Brown type
Yeah.
situation?
I mean, again, milder than than those stories.
I don't think that bad as AB. His stories ain't as bad as
Yeah,
AB's, man.
AB clearly has CTE. You know what I mean? Clearly needs serious help and medication and all of that. But I don't know if you saw that clip, and maybe hopefully we can put it on Instagram for all our Instagram followers, all 97 of y'all. Like, there was he was doing one of his concerts where he raps now or something like that, and
Wait
somebody
a minute,
threw
who raps?
AB,
What?
yeah, AB raps. So somebody threw a football on stage, and AB was just rapping, and in the middle of it was just like, like caught it with one hand. And whoever threw it had an arm. Like it was a solid spiral. And he was just
that
like,
had to be scripted. That had to be scripted. That had to be a part of the show.
It
He
must have
called.
Tom Brady must have been there or something. That ain't no way.
well, I don't think Tom Brady talks to AB anymore. I think their relationship is done.
Really? You don't think they're roommates anymore?
Nah, nah. Well, I did see Tom Brady working out with I Show Speed,
Hmm.
and I Show Speed is legit. They had him
Okay.
run a 40, just get up and run a 40 at the facility, and he ran a 4.4. Like, it's crazy. He ran a
Shit.
high 4.4.
Where did he come from? Did he play sports? Like I know he's a streamer, but like because he looks like he's in the gym. He looked like he works out. Like did he play sports or something like that, or he just naturally just? I saw he had
I think I think he's just naturally gifted. Like, he's just a
Yeah.
gifted elite athlete
Because he's
who
been streaming since
started
he was a
streaming.
teenager. Like I don't know if he was an athlete or not, but he's been streaming since he was a teenager.
Yeah, I
How old
think
is
he
he?
was like a soccer player, and he played sports, but he started taking streaming really seriously. And good for him that he did. I bet he makes more money streaming than he would in sports. And he still gets to play sports. What I'm saying, with his heroes. Now the dude, though, it's just shocking to see him go out and like race these athletes and do all that. And they had him, catching passes and defending. And that dude is really legit as an athlete. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Is he trying? Is he trying to do some NFL stuff, or he just doing it? I know he's just doing it for a stream, but he's not even pursuing like professional sports or nothing like that.
No, I don't think so. Why would he? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now, what he could do, I think, if he trained, he could run professional track.
Okay.
That's a
Like,
lot of training though.
yeah, that's a lot of training when you can just be streaming and having fun and
Hmm.
running around and going around the world and being sponsored and all of that. Like, I Show Speed has, for a 20 something year old kid, has the life. That
Yeah.
is the life, except for all the racism he be facing in Europe. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, to get to just travel around, and he was in DC the other day. I don't know if y'all saw that, right?
I was just about to say, and shout out to I Show Speed, even though he didn't pay us a visit while he was in the DMV. Still all love. He still got time to come on the show.
Most definitely. We on stream with him very soon. So definitely pay attention. All 97 of y'all, go and tell 97 more people.
We got
Yeah.
110. We got 110 now on
Oh, we at
Instagram.
110. Oh,
Ooh.
we
Don't
crazy.
don't you don't disrespect those 13 people, baby. They in there.
I got a
They
quick.
locked in.
We get off Tyreek. Do you guys think that the Dolphins will consider bringing back Odell Beckham? I know we had this conversation before. You think no?
I think it's over for him.
Think it's over for him too?
Yeah. Again, coming off that injury. Um, how long has he been in the league? Like, what was it, 2012, 2013? Like,
Yeah,
Maybe
something around there.
7 seasons though.
yeah, and he's been hurt a bunch.
Yeah.
I think it's
He's
over
too
for
injury
him.
prone, man.
He said he's back.
I mean, some of these guys got to know when it's over. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard when you've made your whole identity, I'm an athlete, but at a certain point, you want the beautiful thing is when you can retire from a sport and not have a sport retire you. You know what I mean? And it looks like I think the sport is going to retire him. May retire Tyreek Hill. It retired AB. Boxers get retired by boxing all the time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that was one
Sure.
thing Floyd said that he wanted to avoid was having boxing retire him.
True.
Yeah.
But now he's talking about coming back and fighting
Isn't
again.
it
So it's
funny you
like,
say that as he's talking about coming back?
yeah, seriously.
It's crazy. But big news for the Warriors, man. It's gonna be some real blood brothers splash brothers now. Wait, how is this gonna help the Warriors having Seth on there? Seth and Steph together?
I think I like Seth. I think Seth is underrated. I think he's good. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good role player.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how much that would help the Warriors. I don't think they needed another guard, but I get it. They both at the end of their careers. I think he's a free agent. I don't think he didn't have a team, so I think Steph just looked out for him. You know what I mean? That's he just looked out for him. But he's good though. Like, Seth ain't no slouch. He's good. I saw some highlights earlier today. He's all right, good. I think
Yeah,
he's always
he is
good.
good. He is good.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call this Splash Brothers. I call this Splish Brothers because like it ain't quite a splash with Steph. I mean with Seth. But I do think it's cool. Just like LeBron playing with his son is cool. I think it's cool to see these two brothers line up and play together. And I know their parents have to be like elated, you know what I'm saying? That they only have to go to one city to watch a game or root for one team.
And don't have to
Um,
wear those split jerseys.
Yeah,
right,
was
right. So I think
we
it's
need to
dope.
the first brother is his first team with two brothers on the team. I'm trying to think back. I know it's probably not the first, but I'm trying to think. I don't remember any brothers being on the same team as of late.
That's something I have to
Yeah.
look into. They
And,
also got Al Horford too, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be a good addition right there. He's solid. I like.
Al Horford is great, but how much does he have left in the tank? I feel like Al Horford has been playing forever.
Well,
They,
and the
they like
fun thing is,
they said
I
when
was
all it's gone, man. He like you out of here, man. You done.
yeah, I've been wondering how much he had in the tank, since like 3 or 4 years ago, and he's still been balling. So I'm like, all right,
He's still hooping though. He don't have no injury, so and he's solid, man. Like he helped them. He helped the Celtics. So
yeah,
Jason want everybody out, man. He wants you out of the league. Football player, basketball player. Like, how old are you? Get out of here.
your reign is over.
Now,
Everybody out. And damn.
so players that players that were on the same team that are brothers. Powell and Marc Gasol played for the Memphis Grizzlies together.
That's right. Yep.
Brooke and Robin Lopez played for the Milwaukee Bucks together.
Mm.
Marcus and Markieff Morris played for the Phoenix Suns together.
I don't remember that one.
And of course, we all should have known this. Giannis, Thanasis, and Costas Antetokounmpo.
That don't count, man.
Man,
They
come
played
on,
together for the Bucks.
They ain't play together.
I think
Damn.
they're still. Are they still on the Bucks? All of them? Or
One of them is.
Back up.
One of them is.
Achilles too.
Yeah, it's still. Giannis and one of his brothers is still there. The other one got. I
yeah,
don't know if what happened.
I think Costas. Yo, I heard Costas is a legend in Europe. Like he be killing dudes in Europe. It's just because the game is different. Not even that it's not as good. It's just different.
Yeah.
So he brings that physical American game, and he plays really well out there. The Caldwell brothers, I don't remember who. Oh, this is from the '80s. Oh, and I should have known this. Oh no, they didn't play together. Never mind.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Cody
well,
and Caleb Martin. Do you remember them?
Cody,
I think the biggest. I think Seth and Steph are probably the bigger names in like since Gasol brothers. Like everybody else, I don't really remember that.
Yeah, Jason and Jaron Collins.
Oh yeah, I remember Jason and Jaron.
Yeah, I remember Jason Collins. Y'all remember that time when
ASAP. ASAP. I knew he was about to say
What happened?
that.
Say it.
it was ASAP Rocky on some award show.
What'd he say?
He was like, "Yo, it doesn't matter what it is if you black, white," and then he points to Jason Collins like homosexuality.
And they put Collins. That was crazy, man.
And Jason Collins' face was like, I'm,
He
I'm, just
paused.
glad, I'm just glad that he actually is gay, because if he weren't, it would be like, yo, what?
That's funny. All right. Thursday night football. 49ers and Rams. Who you got, Jason?
That's a close one. I'm going to go with the Rams. You know, I mean, their offense is tough. You know, you always got Stafford and Puka Nakua. So I'm going to go with the Rams. And I know you've been posting, I think it's you that's been posting all the Ram stats, and Puka Nakua leading the league and the
Who me?
reception. Yeah,
Who me? Oh.
that would be you, Bobby. So, I'll pay attention to that. Maybe you swayed me, but even though we've seen the 49ers eke out some close ones recently, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Good decision. I think I can agree with you, and I think that's a good choice. Especially if you watched the Rams on this past Sunday, what Matthew Stafford did to that Colts secondary was vicious. Especially that last 88-yard throw to Tutu Atwell for the win. What do you
Yeah.
think, Wade? Rams versus 49ers?
We're going with the Rams. We're going with the Rams. I gotta take your team with this one.
Okay. Man, you guys are on point today. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, if Matthew Stafford plays like he did last week, 375 yards in the game, no interceptions, which is very shocking to me. Like, as a fan, I feel like he averages 2 interceptions a game. But no interceptions, and he played good. Kyron Williams has been killing it. Him and Blake Corum in the backfield, they've definitely tag teamed that whole running back situation, and they've been doing great. And the 49ers is one of their rivals, so it's going to be a great game in California. Hopefully, they have that rivalry match on EA Sports, even though it's being bought by a company in Saudi Arabia. Any of you heard about that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia is basically buying all of sports. And, it's funny. I watched this documentary the other day about Turkey Al Sheikh, the guy who's taken over boxing in Saudi Arabia. And basically, he was just, MBS, Mohammed bin Salman. He was just his man. They used to play video games together. And he was like, you know what? You want to just like take over sports? You know what I'm saying? He was like, hell yeah. You
Wait a
know,
minute. How did they say it, Jason? Said do it again.
no, I'm not going to do it again. But you know, uh, what I will say is, yeah, they're taking over golf. They're taking over boxing. Um, they're just kind of running the game right now. And, of course, this wasn't far behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not?
Yeah. I mean, for those of you that don't know, EA Sports makes a lot of the games, the sports games that's out there now. Um, what do you think about it, Wade?
With them buying it, like, how does that affect us as like if we play video games? I'm trying to figure out how does that affect us? Does anything change? I was trying to do some research on what would change since
Well,
they.
now you're gonna have like Jake Paul in 2K. You're gonna have stuff. I
Oh,
don't
God, no.
They have, okay, which is
Yeah,
cool. Cool. I don't play video games no more like I used to, but of course I grew up on EA Sports. It's in the game and all that stuff. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm excited, man. I mean, I think this time for change. You know what I mean? Like, time for change. Why not? Why not?
I don't know, man. I fear that, like, again, with all of this, that politics will be brought into spaces that they don't need to be.
hmm
When you have, like, basically countries owning stuff. Um, I'm not a huge fan of it, but you know, Turkey Al Sheik. Other than the fact that these boxing matches be on mad late, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. This freaking main event is coming on. But other than that, like, I like what some of what he's done with boxing, so I can't be too upset. Um,
Mhm.
I can't be too upset with them taking over video games. And I wonder what's going to happen with how they basically have made video games like a sport. Like people actually like
Yeah,
compete playing the games. I wonder if they're going to own those tournaments too.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if I don't know if they're thrown by EA Sports or not, but I assume some of them are. Um, yeah, that'll be something to watch. I guess. I guess they can make that more entertaining. As long as they don't have it in Saudi Arabia, then it's gonna be too late for us to watch that too.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Well, now to the DMV boxing scene. Um, three fighters: Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis, not really the DMV, but we love him down here. And Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. just recently said that he can beat Tank and he can beat Lamont Roach. What do we think about that, guys? Is this true? I mean, hold on. Before we even do that, Gary Russell Jr. is 37 years old. Lamont Roach is 29. Gervonta Davis is retired and 30 years old.
Hmm.
What's going on here, Jason?
I mean, Gary Russell never really, I felt like, got a chance to be a star. And I think with his last breath, he's trying to get that big paycheck, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think he's trying to like he's been talking about fighting Tank for years. Like, so this isn't new. Like, he's been like, Tank, come down and fight me. He's been saying that for a really long time. Um, so I think he wants that big paycheck, and I don't I don't think it's going to be impossible for him to win any of those fights. Like, I think I think those guys are a little too big for him now. Like, I think they've all kind of moved up, in weight, where Gary Russell is still like a small guy. And the only person I ever seen really beat Gary Russell was Lomachenko, who's an all-time great. I think Gary Russell could maybe give one of those guys a real fight and
Yeah,
a real
he
run for
lost.
their money. So I would love to see it happen. I don't know that it will. I think, like you said, you know, Gervonta is retired, or fighting freaking pro wrestling fights basically. And Lamont, I think, doesn't want to go down in weight. So unless Gary Russell's going to go up and fight at 140 or 147 or um, whatever my man wants to fight at, then I think
Yeah,
it's probably Lamont's going to fight at. Then I think it's probably not going to happen. But I credit him for trying. What you think, Wade?
I don't think it's gonna happen. If anything, I think he'll fight Roach. I don't think he's gonna fight Tank. I think Tank is done with that. I don't think Tank will fight him. I think Roach may fight him just because he's waiting for Tank, and I honestly don't think Tank is gonna fight Lamont either. So I don't know. I guess we just gotta wait and see.
yeah. I don't see why either one of them would want to fight Gary Russell.
Yeah,
It doesn't benefit either one of them. So, and plus, like what Gary Russell fights at 126, featherweight. Like, I don't think they want to go down to that just to fight a 37-year-old man. That's like, they don't get a big bag for that. I don't think. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, that's not a huge, blockbuster fight for them. So, and he also lost against Max Sayo, which was recently, actually. So he has two losses, Gary Russell Jr. But he still has a good record, 32-2.
Nah, Gary Russell's a damn good fighter. You know what I mean? I just, I didn't see the other fight, but I definitely watched that Lomachenko fight. And that was at a point when Lomachenko was in his bag. Like, he was beating everybody up. So the
Yeah.
fact that he beat Gary Russell wasn't like a shock. You know what I'm saying? Because he
He
was whooping
actually
everybody.
he punished Gary Russell. To be honest with you, I hate to say it, Lomachenko. he got in him. Like, I don't even know if Gary Russell won a round. I think like the first 4 rounds, I think they had. I want to say I don't even want to talk about it. I just know that he got beat pretty bad by Lomachenko. But that was 10 years ago. So
Yeah, yeah, it was a long time ago. I think Gary Russell is a very good fighter, um, and I would love to see him and Lamont Roach go at it in the DMV. Do it somewhere, in DC. Have the fight in DC. DC would come out for that. I would definitely be trying to get to that. You
yeah,
know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? We could do the podcast from there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh,
see if we can get some press passes and try to really make it happen.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't know. I don't know. They have to meet at like maybe 135 or something. I think that's like super featherweight or something like that. Is that right, Jason?
Uh, 135 is lightweight, I think.
Oh, that might be lightweight. 140, I thought was lightweight or maybe something like that.
No, that's junior welterweight.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's somewhere they'll have to meet because and then Russell will have to come up on his weight.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and if Gary Russell stays at 126, I mean, he might run into Inoue, which don't nobody want no smoke with Inoue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would be a big fight, but again, the money is not at anything below 135. The money is 135 and up,
Yeah.
you know, and so I think he needs to just take some time, put some weight on, and then, do a big DMV fight with Lamont Roach, make it a huge event, bring everybody out, and that would be big for the city. So, and I don't think Lamont Roach could turn that down.
Yeah. If that was the case, man, I would really be worried about Gary Russell Jr. because his speed, he has a lot of speed, but he's getting older, like we said, and he would have to go up in weight. That's definitely going to translate to him being slower.
yeah.
I mean, it didn't for Terrence Crawford. So,
Well, Bud is a special case.
yeah, yeah. Because that's what I was saying. I was like, yeah, is he going to keep his speed? And he looked pretty fast to me.
Yeah, because Bud is around the same age, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy because, you think of Canelo being older than Bud, but Bud is older than
Yeah,
Canelo, which is
I
crazy.
know. Yeah, that's crazy. They're like what, like 3 or 4 years apart.
Yeah, something like that. I think 3, yeah. But the crazy thing is, Bud, like, he doesn't have the ring experience that Canelo has. Canelo's been fighting professionally since he was 15. So
Yeah,
Canelo, what does he have? 65 fights? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Something insane, number of fights, professional fights. So even though he's younger, he has ring experience, but also, ring wear and tear that Bud doesn't have.
right, for sure. Well, I guess we'll see. Hopefully, we can make that fight happen. Um, if everybody comments on this, we can kind of maybe we could start some type of petition to get these two to fight in the DMV. So make sure that you like and subscribe, and make sure you leave a comment. Forward this to your friends. Let's get this thing started. Wade, you
Right.
lead the
Click
charge,
that
man. Let them
bell
know what our
notification
Instagram is.
too, so you
Yeah,
know when we're dropping videos.
Instagram is We Not Playing. We have 110 followers right now. Let's get that to 200 by our next episode. We picked it up with 15 followers, so let's pick it up. And YouTube as well.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good to me. Thanks, guys.
No
Thank
doubt.
you.
All right, brothers.